everyone. Welcome to my channel Mathematics and Magic. We will discuss today about what is event and different types of events. So let us start with event. Let us consider that two coins once tossed once. So when two coins tossed once, then sample space associated to the experiment will become HH, means both the coins will show head. HT means first one is head and second one will show tail. TH means first one showed tail and second one tail head, and TT, that means both will show tail. Now suppose we are interested in the outcome that both the head then associated outcome will be headed, and likewise for both the tail it is TT, and for one head it is head tail or tail head. If we write all these in the form of sample space, we will get number of tail. In one number of tail we will get, when one tail we are talking about, then A will be tail head or head tail. Both are tails, so both are tail means tail. Both are heads, so it is only headed. At least one tail will cover head tail, minimum one tail, tail head and tail too. Next, at most one head. So in case of at most one head, it will cover no head. No head means both are tail. One head means tail head or head tail. So what are these? These are all are events. So an event. Now if we say all these descriptions are event, then we find that in each case the associated set is a subset of the sample space of experiment. Why? Because you can see here that sample space consists all these having all these elements. Tail head tail, it has tail it has head it has head tail head and tail. All these three elements also it has. Then tail head and head tail. So that means what is the meaning of an event? An event is a subset of the sample space, and subset of sample space S is called an event. This is the definition of an event. Now occurrence of events means, consider the experiment a throwing of dice. So if we throw a dice, there will be 6 options. Let E denote the event. What is the event taken? A number less than 3 appeared. So what numbers are there less than 3? 1 and 2. If actually 1 had appeared on the dice, then we say that the event E has occurred. As a matter of fact, if outcome is 2 or 3, we will say that event E has also occurred. So that means next one is the event E of a sample space S is said to have occurred if the outcome of the experiment is such that W, suppose W is any event, W belongs to E. If the outcome W is such that W is not equal to it is not possible that it is E. One is set, one is element. We say that the event E has not occurred. So when we are discussing about the occurring of an event, that is also signifies what you will consider at event, happening of the event, and what is not happening of the event. Now next one is types of event. So the first one is sure event. We know that every set is a subset of itself, obviously. So the sample space of a random experiment is also an event called the sure event. Sample space of the random experiment, that means a set having all the expected outcomes. For example, getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 in rolling of a dice is sure event. Yes, out of these 6 number you are not going to get anything. Whatever you will get, that will be included here. One more easy example I can give here, that sun rises on east and sun sets on west. So in these two cases it is a sure event. Man is mortal, it is a sure event. So when there are sure events, so those events is also known as that means having the probability of 1. The total probability of the sure event or certain event is 1. Now, impossible event. Suppose we have empty set phi, that set having no element. We have studied all these things in first year. Any set having no element, we said that the set is an empty set or null set. So, we symbolize it with phi is a subset of every set. That is also true. We know that there are minimum to minimum two subsets of a set. One is the set itself and one is phi. So, phi is a subset of sample space S. An event which will not occur on any account or which has no element no elements outcome of the R or and O in the experiment is called the impossible event. That is defined by phi. That means, for example, getting 7 in rolling a dice once in an impossible event. So here we cannot find any value, that is any face is not written as 7. There are only 6 faces and 6 number is written. So it is impossible event. Simple event or elementary event. An event E is called simple event or elementary event if it has only one sample point of the sample space. So simple event we can define from here also. Suppose a coin is tossed twice, then or 2 coin tossed once, then also the sample space, total sample space will be head, tail, head and head. Then now there are exactly 4 events corresponding to the outcome E1, that is HH, E2, HT, E3, TH and E4, TT. All these individual events are known as simple events. What is compound event? Compound event, if we consider the same example, compound event will be like this: exactly one head. So when we are talking about exactly one head, we cannot exceed more than one head. So in case of a coin, when it is tossed twice or 2 coin tossed together once, then your favorable cases will be head, tail or tail head. Exactly one tail, again tail head or head tail. At least one tail. At least one tail means minimum one tail. Minimum one tail means how can we do? There will be no tail, one tail and one tail. Then at most 2 head. At most 2 head is, that means then it will be tail, no tail, then one no head, then 1 head, then 2 head. That means maximum 2 head. So like this we can define.